All right, it's time for me to get a little Mandalorian on your asses because this is the way. We have to go upstream from politics if we're going to stand a chance of making it through this war. If we're going to stand a chance of preserving our ideology, if we're going to stand a chance of preserving our liberties and freedom, we have to go meet the enemy on their own battlefield. Like, there's no other option. We have to meet the enemy on their own battlefield because right now the left has all of the cultural power. We have no cultural power whatsoever. We're like peons. It's like if this was a Dragon Ball Z reference, we would be Yamcha and they're Goku. We need to go see Master Roshi and we need to go train and up our power level so when we come back we're Goku and they're Yamcha, if you get what I'm saying. We have to like change the way we're doing things. We gotta come together, we gotta stop isolating and stuff, we gotta stop just doing our own thing, and we gotta build culture. And there's many ways you do that. Like we already spoke about a couple of ways earlier, like educational system, building infrastructure. If you're a hunter tracker, those are conservative values. Open up like a weekend hunt thing where you can teach these values to people because there are a lot of men out there that don't know these things because they're conservative men now, but they grew up in liberal hellhole shithole places and they don't really know these things and they need places where they can learn these things. Like the Order of the Man podcast, Ryan Krigler, and this is just a free plug. You could go check him out too on all the places where, but it's a place where we develop these things, and he's about making men again. That is a cultural of manly men. Like you don't have to build the same culture, but we have to build our own cultural institutions, raise them up, and make them dignified, and give them the same type of cultural power the left has. And then once we have gained that cultural power, we can actually wield it in this war and actually make some useful gains for once. We used to control all the culture. We don't anymore. The rules have been changed. The name of the game is different, and we just have to adjust fire and move with it. Facebook is no longer a safe haven for ideas. Adjust fire, move to Minds. Minds a much better platform anyway. I've only been on Minds for a couple of. I've had a Minds for a while, but I've only actually actively been using Minds for a couple of days, and I already like it better. Like you get share of what goes on if your traffic does a lot. You get cryptocurrency where you're like you get part of the profits. You get rewarded. The community is awesome. Nobody gets butthurt over like if it's not illegal, it's free speech. This is how it should be. This is like the back with the Mandalorian references. This is the way. And you got to build when we build this new infrastructure. They're going to come after it. Look what they did to Parler. We've already been we talked a little bit about Parler earlier too. Like you got to be prepared to defend this infrastructure. Like we got to go all in on this. We have to start building our new institutions, start building our new cultural references, put them in and we can beat them in the marketplace of free ideas, the free marketplace of ideas in the free market. But in order to do that, we have to put in the time, we have to put in the pain, put in the sacrifices to build these institutions. Teach music if you're a conservative and you know music, like because kids ask people they trust music teachers like they can learn from you. You can help spread culture. It's simple. Start in your own home with your own kids. Teach them right from wrong. Don't let the government teach them anymore. Do it yourself. Take an active participation in it. Teach people what it means to have moral values, what it means to be an American. Build the cultural power. go upstream, blow up that dam, and help direct the flow of cultural power. It's we have to do it. Otherwise, we're never going to take control of politics again. People look at us like they're like literally the people like he was literally Hitler. Like we got to go upstream from that. We do. We got to cut that off. We got to go there. If they're just below culture, we have to go just above culture and control the flow of culture around them and just cut them off, siphon that off, pirate that and take full control. And we can do little things, make podcasts, make little videos. If you do short stories, don't care about the political agenda and make good movies. Don't care about the political agenda of the actors, so conservative actors have a place to work. And this last segment we're going to get into, we're going to go over a huge win in that department that the guys over at Daily Wire went into. And it's one of the biggest examples of this going upstream and building culture that we can talk about in this entire podcast. But I can't stress like the importance of doing that. Go into the alternate tech sites that are not biased towards your beliefs. Make it being willing to sacrifice people that don't fit your agenda or your beliefs, being able to like not sacrifice them like we're doing occult rituals, but be able to walk away, cut them out of your life. Sometimes you have to let people go to move forward. This is just the way of things. This is the way. Like this is getting back on those Mandalorian references. This is the fucking way. We have to fight them on the cultural battlefield, not just the physical battlefield. Wars are fought on many levels, in many different directions, using many different tools. And we got to adapt or we die. That is the law of nature. That is the law of war. It's one of the rules of war. You got to adapt to the battlefield or you die. Like, and right now the battlefield is a fifth generational cultural battlefield, and we need to adapt to it. Even I'm having trouble realizing that we need to adapt to that, but we really do need to adapt to that. Go upstream, adapt to that, go upstream, and take control of cultural power in this country. I'm just saying.